Hi everyone, this is Shravan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is a Junior Engineering 2020 notification. So Junior Engineer Examination 2020. So this is for civil engineering students and mechanical, electrical, and quantity surveying and contracts. Okay. So for these students are eligible for this Junior Engineer 2020 examination, and here the submission of online application is 1st October to 30th October, and last date and time for receipt of application 30th October, and last date and time for making online fee payment, that means online fee payment last date is 1st November. And date of computer based examination, so this is computer based online examination, so that is for paper 1, and which is taken from 22nd March 2021 to 25th March 2021. Okay, so March 22 22nd to March 25th. Okay, so and date of paper 2, this is paper 2 completely descriptive part, that means conventional exam, so this is to be notified later. And these are the important dates. Okay, and next here government strives to have a workforce which reflects gender balance, and women candidates are encouraged to apply. Okay, so and next, so Staff Selection Commission will hold an open competitive examination for recruitment of junior engineers from civil, mechanical, electrical, and quantity surveying and contracts for various ministries, departments, organizations in the government of India. The posts are Group B non-gazetted. Okay, the posts are Group B non-gazetted in level 6 pay matrix. Okay, level 6 pay matrix, according to level 6 pay matrix, the salary is 35,400 to 1,12,400 rupees. This is pay matrix of 7th Central Pay Commission. Alright, and that means the basic salary is 35,400 rupees. For that 35,400 you will get HRA, DA, and traveling allowances, so and some other allowances also there. So the gross is here 1,12,400 rupees, right? And next one comes to details of posts. So what are the posts and what are the designation comes under this junior engineers, that we will look into this in this table. Okay, first one is border road organization, and border road organization for junior engineer civil as well as electrical and mechanical, right? And next, central public works department, CPWD, for civil as well as electrical, right? And next, central water and power research station, that is for civil as well as electrical and mechanical, right? And central water commission for civil and mechanical, and directorate of quality assurance, naval academy, and that is for mechanical as well as electrical. And Farakka barrage project, that is for civil and electrical and mechanical, right? So next, military engineering service, this is for civil and electrical and mechanical. And the National Technical Research Organization, NTRO, this is for civil, electrical and mechanical. Okay, so these are the 19 types of posts are available under this junior engineers examination, right? So now, and some reservation and suitability of posts for persons with a disability, just you can go through these points. And next, coming to some here, just you can observe, only male candidates are only male candidates are eligible for the posts of junior engineers in the border roads organizations. In BRO, only male candidates are eligible. And when comes to age part, age limit as on 1/1/2021. Okay, so age limit for the post of junior engineers in various ministries and departments organizations as on 1/1/2021 is given below. So here for 19 types of posts for various posts are available under this junior engineers examination. So total 19 posts comes under junior engineers. Okay, so for each and every vacant position they will notified age restrictions, right? Border road organization for junior engineers civil people, so the age relaxation is up to 30 years. In the same way, central public work department for junior engineers civil, okay, for those people the age is restricted up to 32 years. Like that they will notify up to 19 posts, right? So just you can go through the particular post. When you are filling online application form, you have to check these age restrictions also. Okay, and you have to give the priority of posts also, right? And next, when moves to permissible relaxation in upper age limit prescribed under para 6.1 above are as follows. So for SC/ST obviously there is 5 years age relaxation, and OBC 3 years, and person with disability based on the person with disability for those people we have 10 years age relaxation. And in the next case person with disability plus OBC, for those people 13 years age relaxation. Person with a disability plus SC or ST, for those people 15 years age relaxation, right? For ex-servicemen 3, and defense person disabled 8 years. Defense person disabled in operation during hostilities with any foreign country or in any disturbed area and released as a consequence thereof, for those people 3 years age relaxation, right? So these are the age relaxation table, just you can go through that. And next and here mention essential educational qualifications, right? Essential educational qualifications and experience as on 1st January 2021. Like once just I will explain for one post. And for example, if you consider junior engineer in civil department, okay, in border road organizations, okay, so for this post, okay, educational and other qualifications are a degree in civil engineering from a recognized university or institute. This is one way. And otherwise, so 3 years diploma in civil engineering from a recognized university, institute, board, and not are and. So 2 years working experience in planning, execution, maintenance of civil engineering works. Okay, so in case degree student, okay, a degree in civil engineering, so for those people they don't require experience, right? So if the student comes from diploma background, 3 years diploma in civil engineering, for those people definitely 2 years working experience is required. That work experience here clearly mentioned, that is planning, execution, maintenance of civil engineering works. Okay, so here degree students not at all required experience. For diploma students only they prefer experience, 2 years experience. Okay, like that they will mention rest of the 18 positions, right? So just you can go through for example here junior engineer civil Farakka barrage project, if you consider. So for this diploma in civil engineering from a recognized university or institute. So this is purely depends on diploma students. Okay, so for this 12th vacant position, so there is no chance for degree students. Only diploma in civil engineering students can able to apply for this junior engineering civil for a barrage project. Okay, so in the same way, if you consider junior engineering civil military engineering service, MES means military engineering service. Okay, for this position, okay, so the eligibility criteria is degree in civil engineering from a recognized university, otherwise 3 years diploma in civil engineering from a recognized institute or university or board, and 2 years experience in planning, execution, and maintenance of civil engineering works. For this post, diploma students and degree students both are eligible for this post. But when comes to diploma portion, diploma students, okay, for those people 2 years experience is mandatory. That experience should be considered only in planning, execution, and maintenance of civil engineering works. Okay, so some other experience is not at all considered here. Only 2 years experience in planning, execution and maintenance of civil engineering works, right? So like that they will provide complete 19 positions. For 19 positions they have to give the proper educational qualifications and as well as experience, right? Just you can go through this particular session, right? What is this? Essential educational qualification experience as on 1/1/2021. Just kindly go through this particular table, okay? And next, so here clearly mentioned, so it is reiterated that the result of requisite educational qualification must have been declared by the board university by the specified date. Mere processing of the result by the board university by the crucial cutoff date does not fulfill the uh, EQ requirement, right? So he clearly mentioned as on 1/1/2021 whatever the requisite things they are provided in the notification, you have to qualify those all the things, right? So you kindly you can check notification thoroughly, right? And next thing is provisions of compensatory time and assistance of scribe. So the scribe is decided based on a disability of the person, okay? So whoever having disability, just kindly go through this particular section, okay? So this is essential thing for those people, okay? Provisions of compensatory time and assistance of scribe, whoever not able to write the exam, for those people, okay, definitely scribe is required. So whatever the terms and conditions mentioned, so you have to go through this particular section. And next section is how to apply an application fee. And here application fee is 100 rupees, okay? Application fee is 100 rupees, okay? So and next statement is women candidates and candidate belongings to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, persons with disabilities and ex-servicemen eligible for reservation are exempted from payment of fee, okay? For SC, ST and women candidates and PWD candidates and ex-servicemen, those all those people are exempted for payment of fee, right? So remaining people you have to pay 100 rupees, right? So here acceptable payment modes are: fee can be paid through UPI and net banking using Visa and Mastercard and Maestro and RuPay credit and debit cards, or in cash at SBI branches by generating SBI Chalana also, okay? So these are the various payment methods, okay? And next and here the last date of fee payment through online is 1st November, right? Online application form filling last date is 30th October, and for payment online payment last date is 1st November, and offline payment is 5th November, right? So and next one is centers of examination, okay? So here they are mentioned the centers according to regions, right? Central region, eastern region and Karnataka region, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, okay? Like that they are provided complete details here, okay? When it comes to the southern region, so the available centers from Andhra Pradesh, Puducherry, Tamil Nadu and Telangana. So these are the various centers available for southern region people, right? So just you can go through this particular section whether okay. And next one, and when it comes to scheme of examination, okay, so here we have two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is a purely computer based examination, okay, that is online examination, and paper 2 is a descriptive examination, right? Paper 2 is descriptive or conventional type, right? So once you check this paper 1 objective type examination, mode of examination is computer based examination, and we have two sections. So the first section is general intelligence and reasoning and general awareness, general intelligence and reasoning 50 questions, general awareness also 50 questions. Okay, total 100 questions. This is section A. And next, rest of the thing is section B, that is divided for each and every stream. Okay, so we have total three streams here. Okay, one is civil engineering and electrical engineering and mechanical engineering. For each and every stream exam is different, right? For civil engineering students, those people having civil engineering paper, and electrical engineering students, those people have electrical engineering stream, and for mechanical students, mechanical paper is there, right? So these technical paper having 100 questions and 100 marks, total 200 questions, 200 marks, and 2 hours time, right? So for a person with the disabled PWD candidates, 40 minutes are extra time, 2 hours 40 minutes, right? This is for disabled people, PWD candidates, and the remaining people having 2 hours time, 200 questions. Okay, and each question carries 1 mark, right? This is regarding paper 1, objective type and computer based online examination, right? And next comes to paper 2, descriptive part. Whoever qualify the paper 1, that means preliminary examination, those people can eligible to write paper 2, descriptive part. So this is completely written examination. Okay, that means descriptive type examination. So here also papers are separated to three different streams, like civil, mechanical, and electrical. So here we have 300, so total we have 300 marks. Okay, and 2 hours duration, right? Total 2 hours duration. Okay, and here we have total 7 questions. Out of 7 questions you need to write 5 questions, right? So, and each question carries 60 marks. Okay, 5 60 is 300 marks. Okay, and this is paper 2, descriptive part. So whoever qualify paper 1, those people can eligible to write paper 2, right? So this paper, after paper 1 and paper 2 completion of these two examination, they will call for a certificate verification. So for these posts, these are non-gazetted posts, right? So for these non-gazetted posts, we don't have any interview process, right? And next one, and once you observe this 12.4, okay, paper 1 completely objective type questions. Okay, so for each and every question, for each question carries 1 mark. Okay, if it is negative, so if you put wrong, if you choose wrong answer, so you will get negative marks, that is 0.25, right? So for correct answer 1 mark, for wrong answer you will get negative point, you will get negative marks, that is 0.25 marks, right? There will be negative marking of 0.25 marks for each wrong answer in paper 1. Candidates are therefore advised to keep this in mind while answering the questions, right? And next one, candidates are okay, candidates are allowed to bring their own slide rule, calculator, logarithmic table, and steam table for paper 2 only. They are not allowed to use such aids for paper 1, right? So mainly for engineering students, calci is required for paper 2, not paper 1. So for paper 1 they won't allow any calculators, logarithmic tables, and slide rules. Okay, for paper 2 they will allow calculator, right? And tentative answer keys of paper 1 will be uploaded on the website of the commission after the examination. Candidates may go through the answer keys and submit online representations. Okay, so next one, and this is indicative syllabus. Okay, so for paper 1 is common for all the streams. Okay, so that is general intelligence and reasoning part. Okay, for this the best book is RS Agarwal. Okay, and just you can go through previous year question paper, that is enough. Okay, and next, general awareness. Okay, and these are the civil and electrical and mechanical, these are the three different streams appeared for this junior engineering examination 2020. Okay, so for those people they will give it, and they already provided a detailed syllabus here. Okay, for civil engineering syllabus, this one completely. And next one comes to electrical engineering. This is from 13.3.2. So in this section they will provide they already provided uh, electrical engineering syllabus, that is basic concept, circuit law, magnetic circuit, AC fundamentals, measurement and measuring instruments, electrical machines. synchronous machines, generation and transmission and distribution, estimation and costing, utilization of electrical energy, and basic electron. These are the syllabus topics for electrical engineering part B. And next part C, when it comes to part C, this is for mechanical engineering students. These are the different subjects for mechanical engineering students. Okay, and these are the clearly indicated syllabus for three different streams. For we were qualify two stages, paper 1 and paper 2. For those people call for document verification. So just you go through these particular guidelines, okay, after completion of paper 2, right? And the next one is post preferences. Once you go through this particular section, that means some of the posts are required some physical and medical standards, so that's why just you can go through this particular section, right? And mode of selection is for minimum qualifying marks in paper 1 and paper 2. So for minimum qualifying marks, 30% for unreserved candidate, and OBC and economically weaker section people 25%, others are 20%. This is not mandatory for paper 2 eligibility, right? So that is depends on merit, right? So and here once you check this one, based on normalized marks scored in the paper 1, that means computer based examination, candidates will be shortlisted category wise to appear in paper 2. Okay, and next, based on performance in paper 1 plus paper 2, candidates will be shortlisted for document verification, right? And next, final selection and allocation of ministries, departments, organization will be made on the basis of the performance of the candidates in paper 1 plus paper 2 and the preferences of ministries, departments, organizations exercised by them at the time of document verification, right? So and this is a resolution of tie cases. So in case where more than one candidate secure the equal aggregate marks in paper 1 and paper 2, tie will be resolved by applying the following methods after one after another. Okay, first one is total marks in paper 2. Okay, over having high marks in paper 2, for those people will give the priority, and in case the paper 2 marks also same, then they will move on to second one, that is date of okay, so date of birth, and with the older candidates placed higher, whoever having high age, those people are getting benefit, right? And next, alphabetical order of the name of the candidates, third one. So these are the uh, solving methods when resolution of tie cases, right? And so this is regarding junior engineer examination notification 2020. So once again I will tell you, so important dates: submission of online application, that is from 1st October to 30th October, and last online fee payment last date is 1st November. Offline fee payment last date is 5th November 2020. Okay, computer based online examination will be taking place from 22nd March 2021 to 25th March 2021. Okay, these are the important dates. Okay, so if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and share this information to your friends. Thank you.